Here we are out on Lake Baccarac, my favorite lake. This is the lake where I've caught my biggest fish ever. We were here last week, caught a lot of beautiful 8, 9, and 10-pound bass, and hopefully this week is going to be just as good. I'm using a Cowboy. It's a flipping bait. It's made out of hard plastic, and it stays on the hook real good, and it's real durable. It doesn't tear up very much, and it's just a perfect complement for a chatterbait. Now, this Bear Height model, it has a better wobble, and it's hard to see it in the water, but if you can see it, it really has a chatter. It really kind of wobbles, and it really does an excellent job. And as it wobbles, look at those tail. The tail just goes crazy. I pump it up and just watch my line. Watch my line. Let it sink back down. Pump it up. Watch my line. Watch my line. Okay. And just up. Watch my line. You'll see it thump on occasion. When you get a good strike, you'll see it just thump up. If you're really a line watcher. Big one. I mean, that's a monster. That's 10 pound. It is a monster. It is a monster. It is a monster, son. I really have a big one. I have a big one, boys. I mean, it is one big fish. It's really big. It's way, way big. It's way big. It's way big. Way big. It's way big. I mean, it is some kind of big. It is super grande. It's one kind of big fish. I mean, it's over 10 pounds, I think. I think it's really a big one. I think it's really a big one. Oh, son, that is what I call a monster bass. That is one big fish. That is a big one. I'm gonna see what it weighs. Almost 10. The secret of deep water fishing like this that I'm doing today is a combination of things. You have to have a good stiff rod. Like this is an Emperor series by Favorite, and it's a 7-foot, 3-inch, and it's a medium heavy action. So it's a pretty stout rod. And along with that, I have what I call a cushion button, and that cushion button fits on the rod butt, and it's really good because I can put it in my stomach like this. Now, again, I have a good Favorite reel. That's the new Solace series reel, and this is at 7.3 to 1. Okay, that's 20-pound fluorocarbon line. And I've checked it real good just to make sure it's good and strong and there's no frays in it. You don't have to really watch it because the rocks are kind of... In fact, I see a little half of a fray here. And I'm so worried that it's going to be another 10-pound bass out there that I'm going to go ahead and cut the line, even though it's probably nothing. I probably don't have to do this. I'm going to be a little bit cautious. Cut that line. Come through and about a foot of line off there. And I'm going to tie a double uni. I'm going to come through the eye of the little snap, make an overhand loop right here, and take that overhand loop and pass the whole chatterbait through the loop. Okay, kind of wet it, make sure it folds right. Wet it, pull it down slow and easy. Pull my main line first, and then cinch it with my tag end right here. Go ahead, cut it off, and we'll leave a little bit dangle just in case it slips a little bit. Okay, that's a perfect deal. Everything's fine. I'm going to put my knife away. We're in exactly the same spot. See, that spotlight trolling motor is like an anchor. And so I'm just going to throw right into the sun just a certain way like I did. Go right up there like that. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds. Okay, about the same. Lift it up. Go, let it sink back down. Lift it up. Let it sink back down. Now, it's a good idea while we're here to change baits. Now, we've caught 3 monster fish on the chatterbait. Okay, maybe that's good. But I wouldn't mind throwing a regular jig out there just because there might be another fish that's a little spooky in the chatterbait. Change up a little bit and just see what happens. I'm gonna pick this other jig. which is right here. It's almost the same thing. Let me just show you how this set up. And this jig is a little different. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna throw this jig here first. This one right here. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit different color. And what do we have here now? Because we were throwing a green pumpkin. Now I'm gonna go to a black and blue jig, just to kind of change up. Because that fish, they might have been a little spooky over that green pumpkin. This doesn't have a blade now. This is just an ounce regular jig. And I'm gonna throw it out there in the same exact spot and see what happens. Okay, let's see if I can find the drop off. Shallow right there. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I got a big one. Oh, I got a big one. Oh, I got a big one. Big giant fish. Big 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 fish, folks. Another big giant bass. Big old giant fish. Oh, 7 or 8 pounds. Woo, we're catching them, son. We're catching them. That's all there is to it. We're catching them. Big old fish. I'll tell you what, folks, this is some kind of a neat deal. We have caught so many good fish this time. Another big 7 or 8 pounder. Let's see how much it weighs. Oh, son, I'm talking about big fish. Woo! I don't know. We'll have to weigh him. He's a good one. Let's see if I can get a scale weight. Okay. I'll take this scale, open it up. He's not far from 8 pounds. He's a good one. Yeah. Well, he's only 7, a little over 7. I'll tell you what, folks, coming down to Baccarac is quite a deal. You catch a lot of 7, 8, 9, and just, you know, a little bit earlier I caught one almost 10. So all the big fish you have down here, Lake Baccarac is alive and well. Hey folks, we'll see you again next week. Wow, son,